I have been trying to encourage all of my girlfriends and female friends on Facebook to get their mammograms because I currently have cancer. Actually, I like to say I don't because my last surgery was very successful and I have radiation coming up and then take a little bit of medication and then I think I'm pretty much cancer free. So anyway, it's been an interesting journey, and several of my friends have told me that the reason why they don't want to get a mammogram is because they're scared, because they've heard that it hurts, and that they've just, heard that kind of stuff. So I thought I would tell you a little bit about my very first mammogram. Apparently there's a time limit on these little videos, so bear with me. I'm going to tell you about my first mammogram so that hopefully maybe it'll make you feel better about your first mammogram and hopefully maybe prevent you from having the same thing happen to you that happened to me. And this is not to scare you at all. This is hopefully to make you feel better about maybe some very valid fears that you have. Because when I got my first mammogram, I did not have any fears. So I thought, okay. So I think the video is going to run out in just a second and I'm going to finish my story in a minute. Okay, I'm going to do my best to tell this story quickly. So I went in for my very first mammogram, probably soon after I turned 40. And I wasn't scared. I really didn't know what to expect. I'd heard some people say that it was painful, but I thought, it can't be that bad. So anyway, I go in, and for those of you that don't know, a very nice lady usually takes your boob and holds it kind of like a pancake and very carefully places it on a flat like shelf and then lowers another flat shelf on top of it very gently. It's not hard at all, and if you have big boobs like me, it doesn't really hurt. Okay, I'm gonna continue. And then she walks out of the room and goes behind a big glass like cage thing where it protects her from getting any kind of radiation. Clearly it does not protect you from getting any because you're kind of stuck there. Anyhow, so she tells you to take a very deep breath and hold your breath. And then she pushes a button. And sometimes she tells you to stop breathing or take a breath. And then sometimes she completely forgets to tell you to take a breath. Yeah, those are fun. Lay down. Sorry, my dog is driving me crazy. Okay, so anyway, then she comes back and she takes your boob and she squishes it this way. I don't know what you would call that. And puts the shelves on both sides of it that way. That one's a little bit more of an interesting picture, but it still doesn't hurt. It's just, I don't know, a little uncomfortable. And then she goes behind the glass cage and she does the same thing. And then she comes back and she takes your other boob and does the same thing with the other boob. So I think in all they take 4 pictures. At least they did at my first mammogram. So I got my first picture, and then I got my second picture, and then I got my third picture. And then she puts my boob this way in the 4th picture. So when you're getting these pictures taken, you have your arm up over your head and you're kind of holding on to a bar on the machine. And I was holding on for my 4th picture, waiting for her to tell me to hold my breath so that she could take the picture. And all of a sudden, I didn't feel very good. And I told her, I don't feel very good. And that was the last thing that I remember. When I came to, that's what I like to call it. When I came to, I was on the floor. My gown was draped over the top of me. It was not on me anymore, like a normal gown. It was just like a blanket. And somebody had run into the room and said, "Hey, we need to take that last picture again. It's really blurry." And then she saw me on the floor and realized why. And the technician who took my picture was hollering for somebody to bring me some cold water. And so when they brought me the water, she said, all I saw was your head drop. I still can't tell this story without laughing. I'm trying so hard to get my friends to not be afraid to get a mammogram, and I think I'm failing miserably. Anyway, so she said, I was really worried about you because, you just went down, no warning. And the only reason I knew that you were okay was that you started snoring. Apparently I snore when I pass out. You can't see him, but my dog, he's a big golden retriever, is right behind the camera. He's just... So, okay, anyway. And I started to feel better, and I was begging to take the last picture because I didn't want to have to come back. And they wouldn't let me take it that day. I had to come back the next day for the fourth picture. But she told me that I probably should now have my mammograms while I'm sitting. So now I have to sit on the doctor's chair, the little one that spins around. And I have to ask for this every time I go to get a mammogram. And apparently, so when I called the following year to make my next year's mammogram, because you get them every year, I told the lady that took my appointment that I need to have extra time for my mammogram in between pictures because I've been instructed I need to sit down and take a few breaths before I get my picture. And I told her that last year I passed out in the machine. She said, "Oh, that was you?" And she said they had to change all their safety protocol and they had to get emergency phones installed in all of the exam rooms so that somebody could call in case they had an emergency. So the purpose of me telling you about my first mammogram, I'm trying to be as serious as I can, is to tell you to please not be scared, because I can almost guarantee you that what happened to me is not going to happen to you. It could not possibly be that bad. And so I just like to tell all of my friends, like I have been since August, since I was diagnosed, squishy, squishy. Go get your annual mammogram, okay? Because I love you.